Hey everyone, so in this video we're just going to go through the Golden Kendama event. So we're going to be going through the main roadmap, the one that is free, that comes up every 8 hours and can reward you with normal Kendamas as well as a Golden Kendama. And the Golden Kendama is especially valuable because it can unlock a different roadmap that can reward you with Golden Nuggets. These Golden Nuggets can be exchanged for S-Class items, which as we know is extremely valuable and important in the game. Now the normal Kendamas, you need 5 of them to unlock a gear roadmap, but if you save up 10 of them, you can exchange them in the black market for a Golden Kendama. And that's probably the route that I'm going to be going because there are some specific S-Class items that I desperately need from the store. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, everyone, for more content and information about the game. So to start at this roadmap, I see it's an S4 recommendation level, and it's all walkers. So for new players, in case you don't know, the best way to go about killing walkers is by using a crit chance leader. So Kenny, for example, is a great example. He's a drop lead as well. He's a really great leader toon because he can apply plus 36 crit chance to all ranged toons. So I brought him along as my ally, meaning I could run my own Kenny as the lead as well. I just like putting this green Glen up because when you do roadmaps, he gives you the option, or the chance, of having different armory pieces as well as the 4-star armory tokens dropping. And I really like this. This is a great idea for newer players to the game. It's a way to kind of fast track some weapons because there are some really great weapons in the 4-star weapon wheel. And your drop rates are both like part options, but you can also get between 10 to 100 4-star weapon tokens, which can be really useful. You need 2,000 weapon tokens to make a pull off a wheel, and on that wheel you can get a variety of different items or weapons that you can craft, as well as weapons that you can't craft. I find it's one of the most effective ways as a new player to get these 4-star weapons and get them early. I really wish that Scopely would have it available where new players could choose from a variety of different specific like drop lead toons. And by drop lead, I mean this 5-star Glen works on roadmaps for armory tokens as well as different craftable parts. There's a green Morgan that is used on world map stages, and he can get you a variety of different items by just running through the world map and using him as the leader toon. Other toons are like Michonne, who's a 5-star red toon, as well as a 5-star red Maggie toon that are both used as war leads. I would not recommend these toons because 5 stars do not really hold up, especially in war, and these two toons are lacking a true leadership skill. What they do, the Michonne, I believe, can do 5-star token drops, and the red Maggie, it might be EXP for the toons, or it could be 5-star tokens as well. There is also a 5-star yellow governor lead who has a bound 8% weapon that gives you extra EXP while raiding. And then I think the fan favorite would be 5-star red Pam. So whenever you run roadmap stages, you end up getting an EXP bonus for all the toons in your team. This is especially useful when there are roadmaps that use a high amount of energy. Now the bonus is not very big. It's something like 6.5 EXP per energy used. So it's a very small amount, but when you're using it on stages that require a lot of energy, like there was a roadmap that used green and yellow leaves, and you could use something like 400 leaves on a stage, and the amount of EXP that you got was a huge amount compared to some of the stages that cost 20 or 10 energy. So even if one of those toons or all of those toons were available for new players, I think it would be a great boost to them. I prefer using this green Glen a lot because there is one particular 4-star weapon in the 4-star weapon wheel that I would love to have, and it's a little green cricket bat that has a splash effect on it as the 3rd slot for strong toons. Now this won't be as effective with the new camo update, especially if the enemy actually has camo, of course, but I still think it would be a fun weapon to use on a toon like James, who already does collateral 2 damage. With this type of splash weapon, it means that on each basic attack he could hit additional targets, and it would just apply more damage overall. It would be like the green version of Rampage. So anyway, going back to this roadmap, I find this first act to be fairly simple, and I feel like it's an act that everyone can do, because with it being walker tunes, as long as you have high crit chance, so you can accomplish that, as I mentioned, by using a Kenny lead, by using a Lopez lead, by using a yellow Connor lead, a green Abraham lead, and so on, and then equipping weapons with crit chance on them, you have a high chance of just running through these roadmaps like a knife through butter. So now moving on to the second roadmap, you can still use items, which is pretty useful. So you could probably stock up on some grenades and stuff. Now I'm switching over to my Mercer team because I don't know what I'm going to find. So we see some different tunes here. Adam is a reviver. Cam, of course, is a huge tanky bide tune. Brody, Leopold, and Command Glenn. Now, I didn't find this to be very difficult at all, and I don't have a true attack leader. I'm using my Mercer, but he does have team player. I don't feel like this stage at stage S11 is too difficult, but I feel like some newer players might struggle with it. I would recommend taking in 2 leader tunes that work well together. So like 2 Priyas, for example, would give a plus 40% and plus 40% bonus to range tunes, as well as a huge AP boost. And that's if they're a 6-star. If they're an S-class, it's plus 50% and plus 50%. So it gives you a huge attack boost to all your tunes. I'm right now still running Kenny, and Kenny isn't bad. That plus 36 crit chance just means I have more critical hits, which can be extremely useful because whenever a tune does crit hit damage, it's times 1.5 the normal amount of damage. So with some tunes, this is very beneficial. Disarming tunes rely on critical hits. We have Guardian tunes that also rely on critical hits. That could give you a nice defensive shield. That way, when the enemies get tougher, or if your tunes are especially weak, you do have an option of being able to block some of the damage. You could also bring in some grenades, of course. It's nice to be able to kind of just blow up the enemy without having to attack yet. And because these are not nightmare stages, you can use items. So you can bring in some revive items, you can bring some defense down or attack up items. There's just a lot of different options that you have. If your faction currently has up a lot of drop leaders, just ask them to put up some attack leads or defense leads. Like even using someone like Alice is a decent tune because she's a reviver and she gives an attack bonus as well as AP bonus to red and green tunes. I'm opting to use another princess. I love using princess because you never know if you'll find a payback tune, a bide tune, a command tune, a human shield. And with normalize, of course, you can get rid of these abilities or basically disarm them for a set number of turns. Anyway, as you guys have seen, I've been kind of just running through these roadmaps so far. I haven't found anything to be that challenging yet, but I also have a pretty strong team, and by running a Mercer lead, I get a full attack turn ahead of the defensive team, so I get 2 attacks in before the enemy even gets 1, which I think is very beneficial because it means I can charge rushes, and it means I don't have to worry if they have an RNG leader. So like this Angel is an RNG leader kind of by having a daze effect on my team. So I'm still able to use Dr. Stevens on the second turn without fear of being exhausted. And then I can kind of just run my team through this defensive team. Princess is a huge advantage because of course she has a very powerful rush. And then she also can normalize the enemy. Now, I have heard that these last few stages are completely random, so people might have different leads and different tunes that they're attacking. I know my girlfriend had a team that actually had AJ on it. I've seen Jackie leads, Mercer leads, Aaron lead, as you see right now. So there's a wide variety of different tunes that you can come across. There's a payback Shiva for me. Right now I'm attacking Davey first because he has hold the line. So if I kill other tunes first, it means he's going to get plus 25% attack and defense per tune killed. So instead, I opt to kill him first. I normalize payback Shiva so that I can rush her without fear of triggering payback. And the last tune that ends up being up is Louis, and he doesn't really stand a chance against all the rest of my tunes. I am quite happy that I ended up saving a Priya for each of the last 3 stages. She gives me the attack boost that I'm missing because I'm running a Mercer lead, and it's just some reassurance. So this team, you can see there's really high attack stats on these tunes. So by starting with an RNG leader, it gives me that advantage of taking them down early. by using Dr. Stevens, which almost everyone should have. I'm able to rush on the second turn with a few tunes, so this just gives me a pretty big advantage because I'm able to finish almost the whole match on this turn, take out their major attackers, and not even have to worry about what weapons they're carrying because the match is done by, I think this is turn 3. So, not a bad roadmap. I think a lot of people will struggle on it because it is pretty difficult, but pretty good rewards. For 10 normal Kendemas, when we go to the black market, you can get a golden one to redo that map once a day. You can get some gear markers, which I wouldn't redeem for. There's these options where for different amounts of golden nuggets, you can get a set number of S-class cards. The best deal is the last one, where for 350 gold nuggets, you can get 8 boxes of 50 cards, which is 400 cards. If you redeem on the other ones, it's basically 50 golden nuggets for 50 cards, so the best deal is always this 8th one. So if you don't think you're going to be able to complete this roadmap, still save your golden nuggets, because if you do get more golden Kendemas, and you can do this, and the best option is this last one, so save your golden nuggets until you can redeem for this last box, because you'll be getting more bang for your buck. With this offer, I was able to almost get my second 5-star Frost. I'm only 150 cards away, so I'm pretty excited because I'm on my way to getting my S-Class Frost. Thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video.